Coach Norman Black, and again, Nico Salva. Coach Norman Black, you're in the same position once again. Back in 2006, you won a very tight ball game, a tighter ball game. You won the first, lost the two. Don't want to bring that up, but your thoughts on this this game?
Well, the game in 2006 was a long time ago, Boom, so just focus on today. I thought the first half of the game, we got some good looks at the basket, but we just didn't have very much confidence in our shots. We missed a lot of easy shots. In the second half, we decided to really just bang the ball inside like we've been doing the entire year. We thought we had some good matchups against Joel, with Greg, against the smaller players, with Tata Bautista and also Jared Ting. So it really worked to our favor to go into the post, try to work from the post or inside and out.
Well, Nico, you have a career game today, 30 points. 13 and 23 from the floor. Only two other Ateneans have done this in the finals. And Talk about your performance today and how on earth did you amass this amount, considering how tight the defense of UST was. They tried to play zone as much as they could to clock the paint as well to give you a hard time.
I just want to win, TJ, so I just gave it my all. I told myself before the game that I'll do everything I can for us to win. And it also helps that I have teammates like Ryan, Kiefer, and Greg, so they don't only focus on me, they have to pay attention to them, so that opens the lane for me as well.
Alright, Nico, I want to ask you one last thing. Help us out here. Tell us what kind of magic happens in the locker room at the halftime. You know, time and again, we've seen Ateneo make some amazing third-quarter runs. Today, you had a 13-3 third-quarter run that obviously gave you enough cushion to help you off with that rally of UST in the fourth quarter. What did Coach Norman say at the half to wake you guys up and come out of the gates really hot on fire?
He just told us to stick to the system and not be intimidated by Abdul. He told us not to change our shot, just to go straight to the hoop and play Ateneo basketball.
Which obviously has produced 4 titles for Coach Norman Black. Coach Norman, just one last thing. You made the adjustment in the third, you made that big run, but UST made that run also in the fourth quarter. I'm sure you expected that. What allowed them to make that run, to actually get a 1-point lead on you guys before you finished UST off here in the fourth?
Well, they're a very good team, and that's the reason why they're in the finals. So we expect them to be very competitive and to make runs against us. I don't think we can shut them down for the entire game. Maybe we need to do a better job of how we rotate our players in and out, because every time we rotated the starters out, that's when UST really made a run against us. So we just have to do a better job in rotation next game.
Coach Norman going for his 5th championship on Thursday. That's at the Araneta Coliseum. Thank you. Congratulations also, Nico Salva.
Actually, I thought we executed very well in the first half. It's just that we missed a lot of layups. We missed a lot of easy shots. I thought we settled for perimeter shots coming off our pick and rolls, and we actually could have gotten into the lane and really got to the basket, but instead we took 3-point shots. So, you know, I just talked to the players at halftime to be aggressive. They're not really a shot blocking team. Abdul averages about 1 shot block a game. Other than him, nobody really blocks shots there. So we should be very aggressive going to the basket, and we should not settle for perimeter shots.
Nico, you're 1 win away for going 5 out of 5 in your collegiate career. What can you say?
Just have to give everything. Last week of practice, we just gotta focus in, and that's it.
Coach, let's talk about the quarterback Johnson.
Well, Wami struggled a little bit in the first half with his decision making. He made some unforced errors in the first half, at least one unforced error. But in the second half, we tried to run him more off of screens, and we tried to alternate him with Kiefer Ravenna, so we would not be so predictable. And you know, Wami has been doing it the entire year. He's been coming up with big plays for us and big shots. Actually, if you think back to the beginning of the year with us losing Emmett Mumford, that was one position that was really a question mark coming into this season, and I think Wami has really stepped up and played well for us and has made a big difference for us.
Coach, game 2.
Well, it should be another good game. I mean, I expect them to come back. As Boom reminded me that we actually lost the last 2 games in 2006 to UST, so I can't really say that's a factor because none of my players were on that 2006 team, so I'm the only one, along with my coaching staff, who are still here. So we'll just prepare the way we've been preparing. We can play a lot better than what we played today. As you saw in the first half, we did not play very well, so we'll try to come out and have a better start in game 2.
Coach, can you talk about the US's game? Were there any surprises for you?
No, they did pretty much what we expected them to do. They added a couple of new plays in this game. But basically, they're trying to get Greg involved in almost every play. They're trying to get him involved in pick and rolls so that they can take advantage of the fact that he's a little bit slow in recovering. They're trying to get him involved in isolation so they can isolate the throw up at the top and try to take him off the dribble. We just have to do a good job of playing good team defense against it, and we have to help out Greg defensively. Other than that, we know they're a team that forces turnovers like they did in the first half. They forced us into 7 turnovers. They turned those 7 turnovers into 10 points. So that's something we have to try to limit. We have to limit our turnovers. At the same time, if we do make turnovers, we cannot give up turnover points because UST is the type of team, they're very similar to their coach when he used to play. They'll come down and they'll take threes from any place, anytime. It doesn't matter. They have the confidence to do it. Their coach gives them the confidence. So when you make turnovers, particularly at the top of the court, you get runouts, they're going down the court looking to shoot threes. They're not looking to shoot layups. So you really have to try to get back defensively and try to guard the perimeter players.
What can you talk about Greg? He's been struggling defensively recently.
Well, I think if you look at it realistically, it's because every time he gets the ball, he's being double and triple teamed. It's just the way it is. All the focus is on him right now. Everybody's trying to stop him from scoring. They're trying to stop him from dominating the game. And what basically it's doing is opening it up for the other players. So it's important for me to keep him moving. It's important for me not to keep him in a stationary position so that the defense doesn't really know where he is. And hopefully he can continue to be unselfish the way he's been the entire year because he creates so much help defense from the other team that it opens it up for Nico, it opens it up for Keeper and some of the other players.
Very satisfied with the rebounding department.
I know in the first half we beat them off the boards, and that's really one of the keys to this series for us. We have to control our defensive boards, and we have to limit our turnovers and limit their turnover points. If we can do those 2 things, then we have a good chance of winning.
Coach, can you talk about the line benefits, especially in the fourth quarter?
Well, he's done it over and over again, so you guys should be used to it already. He's a money player. He's a player that comes up big when the game's on the line. The good thing about Ryan is he not only makes plays for himself, he makes plays for other people. And he's a very, very unselfish player. He's a creator out there, a facilitator. And I'm still struggling with all those 3-point shots that he takes all the time, but at the same time, I've never stopped him from taking them, and he has the confidence to take them and make them. So he's just a big-time player. He's always been a big-time player, even in high school.